Now, as promised, continuing our new feature and our #1 story, here is tonight's WTF moment. The Republican National Committee at a special meeting next week is, reports Roger Simon today at Politico.com, expected to adopt a resolution requiring its membership to refer to the other guys as the, quote, Democrat Socialist Party. This on the heels of their brilliant success trying to rebrand the Democratic Party as the Democrat Party in 2001, which not only did not keep the Democrats out of the White House, but which still hasn't achieved 100% success inside the Republican Party.
Well, I guess the Democratic Party
committed to satisfying the left of the Democratic Party.
The Democratic Party has consistently tried to redistribute income.
This is being done essentially to appease a certain element of the Democratic Party.
Those are all since my birthday this year. The Democrat Socialist Party. Since the election, the Republicans seem to have been doing whatever has just popped into one of their leaders' heads. The idea-generating talent of Donald Trump, say, combined with the thorough planning and foresight of the Octomom. The Democrat Socialist Party. There are apparently 55 countries right now with parties with names that are some combination of Democrat, Democratic, Social, and Socialists, from Afghanistan to Azerbaijan, from Great Britain to Gibraltar, from the Hong Kong League of Social Democrats to the Party of Bulgarian Social Democrats. And all 55 in English, or in their English translations, are known in that order. Social Democrats. The RNC does not want that built-in advantage of familiarity. They want Democrat Socialists. Genius, I tell you. Genius. And this just gets better and better. A Pew Research survey last month indicated a dramatic increase in the number of people for whom that word socialist is sticking to President Obama. Last September it was 6. In February it was 13. Last month it was 20. 20% of Americans are using the word socialist to describe Obama. No wonder the Republicans are doing this. It's genius. Genius, I tell you. No. Not percent. 20 people. Let's look at the survey again. How often people describe Obama with the word socialist? Last September it was 6 people out of 629 polled. In February it was 13 people out of 620. Last month it was 20 people out of 742. 20 people. 2.7%. Brilliant. The Democrat Socialist Party, the choice of nearly 3 out of every 100 Americans. Wait, it gets worse still. Rasmussen, polling done by the people who founded then bailed out early on ESPN. Rasmussen polling, now done generally for and shaped by Rupert Murdoch. Rasmussen actually asked Americans early last month what they thought of socialism. Oh, for God's sake, only 53% say capitalism is better than socialism. 20% prefer socialism. 27% aren't sure which. And the younger voters, adults under 30, favor capitalism, but only by 37 to 33. 30% undecided. A question for Michael Steele or Shelby Steele or Steely Dan or whoever's running the GOP this week. Do you guys read these polls? I mean, we got them off the internet for free. The word socialist is not sticking, and even when it does, extraordinarily large numbers of Americans think it's a compliment. Younger voters, including the people who may still be voting in the presidential election of 2072, think it's a toss-up. So, of course, try to portray your opponents as the Democrat Socialist Party. Well, this is what this is about, of course. The Hugo Chavez handshake. The effort to portray Obama as foreign, un-American, sympathetic to strange cultures and ideas. The one the Republicans rolled out during the campaign. The reason that at this moment, John McCain is the president of the United States. Oops. Anyway, you've seen the Chavez poll numbers, right? CNN polling end of last month. Republican Party, 39% favorability in this country. The unfavorable score for the Republicans in this country, 55. CNN polling beginning of last month, Venezuela, 42% favorability in this country. Their unfavorable score is 54. Venezuela, home of an actual socialist strongman, is more popular in the United States than the opposition party in the United States is popular in the United States. The Democrat Socialist Party. I am beginning to think I understand what's happening here. It is a story of political intrigue, even scandal, that is unmatched, if it's correct, in our nation's long history. The Republicans have now gotten so turned around that Pete Hoekstra and Lamar Alexander, they're now trying to bait the Democrats into full-scale investigations of torture, the kind the Democrats wouldn't dare do without Republican support. The Republicans blast Obama's stimulus plan, and John Boehner presents their own version. There are no numbers in it. Arlen Specter bailed out of the GOP. Joe the Plumber bailed out of the GOP. Their last vice presidential candidate couldn't define the Bush doctrine, and her daughter, an unmarried teenage mother who, after giving birth and splitting with the father, is now trying to convince people that abstinence works, even though it appears in her case to desperately not have worked. There's a congresswoman who can't stop talking, who called the famous Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act the Hoot-Smalley Tariff Act. There's a nutbag on TV who uses a teleprompter, who ripped the president for using a teleprompter, apparently unaware of the irony therein that means they both use teleprompters. The chairman of the party had to grovel for forgiveness from a radio announcer. A congressman from Georgia had to grovel for forgiveness from a radio announcer while on the radio announcer's show. The radio announcers trying to expel John McCain, John McCain's daughter, Colin Powell, and countless others from the party. And the Republican governor of Texas and Republicans in dozens of other states are actually proposing secession as a rallying point for the party. In other words, the GOP could take back America by leaving it. And now they want to rename the Democrat Socialists. It's genius. Genius, I tell you. This mass madness, this cascade of rookie mistakes, this seemingly deliberate narrowing of the Republicans into a third party, this can all have only one possible explanation. They're all Democratic agents. You heard me. Cheney, a Democrat. Boehner, Democrat. Palin, Democrat. Steele, Democrat. Bachmann, Democrat. Limbaugh, big fat Democrat. You got another explanation? Steele said, even when he seems to be making a gaffe, there's a secret strategy behind it. Of course there is. I mean, maybe they aren't Democrats. Maybe they think they can simply get the Republican Party absorbed by the Democrats in a kind of Trojan horse deal and then take over from the inside. But even that would be too complicated. And compared to their recent uninterrupted sequence of boneheaded brainstorms, it would be too good. They're moles, turncoats, spies, sellouts, political traitors. They have to be. They can't be that stupid. The Democrat Socialist Party. What the